Every Wednesday night, underneath the radio station, a group of students meet to lay out the Springfield student newspaper for its publication on Thursday. In what they call pay stub, these students work long into the night to get the job done. Between Editor-in-Chief Mike Bevavino, Managing Editor Justin Felisko, and Faculty Advisor Marty Dobro, it is their job to attempt to make each issue of the paper better than the previous. This year is arguably the best paper the student has produced in its 101-year history, with regular 16-page editions and outstanding involvement from the whole staff.
I think there have been a number of additions to the paper this year that have been terrific. Fundamentally, I mean, the layout, the paper just looks terrific, and I have to credit Jevin Carruth in a monumental way for that, who is a design genius, and I think that we have more of that coming because through Kyle's class, certainly people are learning some good layout skills.
In years past, it was not uncommon for the editors to be at work until early in the morning, but this semester, things are running smoothly.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a good group of people down here, which makes it a lot easier, and I think we worked out a lot of the kinks. Been cruising for the past couple weeks, getting out pretty solid at a reasonable time, and I think it's been going pretty well. So.
But of course, things can always go wrong. What exactly can put you up against deadline?
It's just a matter of people getting their stories in on time, and us having good amounts of photos and colorful photos to use when we have issues with designs. You know, sometimes if designs aren't done before Wednesday night, they take a lot of time to do, and sometimes we have to. Sometimes our advisor reads stories late at night and we need to make changes to them, or even a couple weeks ago we had a situation where we couldn't run a story at all and we had to change the entire page once. So it's been going better lately.
This year, the student has made a move online by creating a Facebook page to share rapid news and interviews in hopes of continuing to their online presence in the coming years.
So the first step we've taken in going online as a newspaper is the Facebook page. Facebook's a pretty pronounced social network. We just have a page. It's more of a fan page, not really like a regular Facebook, but anyone can just view it. What we do is like link stories to it. We do a lot of video stuff with it, with flip cam software, post-game interviews, all kinds of stuff like that, just to add another dimension. What we're looking for next year is to eventually develop a website and try to focus a lot more of our attention to the online stuff and make that more of a, an actual, its own website as opposed to just a Facebook page, different links to, all kinds of stuff like, like a full-fledged kind of website, different.
With more staff members this year, it helps the editors out with assigning stories and getting their layout done sooner.
The enthusiasm is always huge. I mean, in past times I've seen people show up to the first meeting and then you never see them again. We've had a pretty consistent group this year, which allows us editors to focus more on, the actual production of the newspaper and, the layout, make sure it looks clean, catching like little mistakes we might have missed in the past because we're worried about, writing something to fill space. But now that we have a lot of people, willing to write week in, week out, we're able to, edit their stories, edit them again, and really focus on like the layout and production aspect of it. So it's been great.
But what happens with the newspaper, it's such a big thing to do. It's like this big, heavy thing that people have to hold up. And when that weight falls on just a few people, the toll of that strain is hard. But this year we've got a lot of people underneath that big heavy thing, and it's making it a lot easier to hold.
One of the most frustrating aspects of pay stub is realizing that you do not have a photo to accompany your story. For photo editor Ryan Matlack, this can add precious time looking for photos.
What you do is you hope the person has a Facebook. Unfortunately, that's something that we resort to a lot, and we ask permission, of course, from the subject if we can use a photo off their Facebook, or if they'd like to send us one. Generally, we get a good response. If we ask them for a photo that they want to send, that's something they enjoy more, because I'm sure that everybody has a photo that they can tolerate of themselves.
Established in 1910, the student celebrated its 100th year just last year. With all the history and tradition that has been infused into the school already, everybody takes a lot of pride into the student as well. And in their 101st year, the student has kicked off another 100 years the right way. So next time you pick up the Springfield Student, remember just how much work went into it.